What's up, squad? My name is Lili Thompson. Welcome to part 3 in our series on real estate terminology for new investors. Appreciate you guys rocking with me for the first 2 videos. If you appreciated this series, if you learned something, please like and subscribe, and let's get to it. So in this video, we're going to talk about different terminologies that describe strategies that investors use to get into real estate properties. The first strategy is buy and hold. This is when someone purchases a property with the intention of renting it out on a long-term basis, collecting cash flow every single month, and holding onto those properties for a set number of years rather than selling it quickly. Number 2, house flipping. House flipping is what we see on those HGTV shows where someone buys a property that is super distressed, that needs a ton of work in order to get it up to standard. They do all of the work to fix it up, and once it's fixed, they sell it for top dollar and collect the difference. Oftentimes, people buy properties that they intend to flip either with just their own cash, or they get a short-term hard money loan where they can fix it up as quickly as possible, sell it, pay back their loan, and then they're able to collect the difference. Number 3, house hacking. House hacking is when someone buys a property that they intend to live in, and they either rent out the other rooms or they buy a multifamily 2 to 4 units and rent out the other units. Oftentimes, someone who's doing this will use a low down payment loan, like a 3.5% FHA loan, so that they don't need a ton of money to qualify, but they can get in there, live in one unit or room, rent out the others, and collect rent that helps them pay their mortgage. If you want to see an in-depth guide I did on how to house hack your first property, you can check out the link here. Or if you want to see a tour of my new duplex that I'm house hacking, you can check out that link right here as well. Here. Number 4, wholesaling. Now, wholesaling is oftentimes not actually purchasing a property. What wholesalers do is they go around and they look for distressed properties. Maybe somebody's getting a divorce and they need to sell their property. Maybe somebody needs money quick, or somebody just doesn't want a house that they're not taking care of and they don't have enough money to fix it up so that they can actually sell it on the open market on the MLS using a site like Zillow or Trulia. When a wholesaler finds that person, they negotiate a price that the person would be willing to sell that property for. Then the wholesaler finds an interested investor who's looking for a property. They connect the 2 parties and they make what's called an assignment fee, which is the difference between what the owner is willing to sell it for and what the investor is willing to purchase it for, given that the wholesaler was kind of like the middleman who did the work to find the property, find the investor, and connect them. Number 5, wholetailing. Now, wholetailing is similar to wholesaling, but rather than just being the middle person who connects the owner and the investor, a wholetailer might take a property that needs just a little bit of work in order for it to be put on the MLS, like maybe it needs flooring or it needs a new roof, but they're going to do some type of work to the property and then put it on the MLS themselves in order to sell it on a site like Trulia or Zillow. And so wholetailing is the combination between wholesaling and retailing, which is what it's called when you sell a property through the typical means such as Zillow. And our last term is Airbnb Arbitrage. Now, this is another strategy that you don't actually have to buy a property for. This is when someone creates a contract with a landlord, someone who already has their house up for rent. And they go to that person and say, look, if you're charging $1,000 for rent, I will pay you $1,000 every single month, but I would like the permission to furnish the property and put it up on Airbnb. I will then manage and rent out to short-term tenants who are coming into town for a vacation or for a business trip, and the difference that I make between the $1,000 for rent and what I collect from the Airbnb guests is mine to keep. You get to keep your $1,000 rent, I get to keep the difference. The key to Airbnb arbitrage is that you have to be honest. No one wants to get into a situation where you're looking at possible criminal charges because you didn't tell a landlord that you were going to furnish their property and put it up on Airbnb. Before purchasing my first property, this was something that I considered doing, and I actually talked with a couple of different landlords in my area who were willing to give me permission to do this. There are people out there, you just have to go ahead and find them. But above all else, be honest. Don't put someone's property on Airbnb and get yourself into a world of trouble unless you have their permission. If you appreciated this series, if you learned something, please like and subscribe, leave me a comment below. And until next time, let's go ahead and connect on Instagram. You can follow me over there. I'll be making posts showing you behind the scenes videos of what I'm doing and how my investing journey is going. I appreciate you guys for watching. Stay safe, stay home, and we'll see you guys next time.